Grand Rising, everyone. Let me take this off. It is day 11. So, hey guys, hey. I have been feeling really good this morning. We have yet another live series that a lot of us women are so interested about because we've been bogged down about this issue. But today is day 11, and I feel fantastic even more. And I don't know if you're in the Sabian Alkaline Hall group, but I wanted some hot chocolate this morning. So my mind went to tingling, tingling, tingling. What do I have in here? And I made some hot chocolate with some black walnut, which is also really good for parasites and weight loss. Some chaga, some coconut milk, and drop some clove. And oh my gosh, it tastes so good. But as we begin this live, and I'm just giving a few minutes for people to jump on in because I know that you're cold and you're getting snuggled up. Grab your hot beverage and tune in as we talk about weight loss, especially for us ladies that are over 35, 40 years old like me. I keep saying 40 because I'm 49. So yeah. But make sure y'all tap on in. And also with the Sabian Alkaline Hall, we are now on YouTube. So if your family and friends want to tune in to the lives and they're not in the group and or on the page, then you can certainly tune into our YouTube channel. Make sure that you like, comment, and share on YouTube as well as on this live. All of your questions actually will pop up for us and we'll be able to pop it up on the screen. But make sure you go to the YouTube channel and tune in to the Sabian Alkaline Hall. So we have some good information for you guys today. I'm so super excited. Just giving a few food for in the tongue tied there. Few more minutes for some more people to hop on in. When you hop in and you're feeling good and you're feeling fly on day 11, let me see some tools in the chat. Tap in with some tools in the chat. Let me know you're here. You're on the live. Natalie says 63, honey. Baby is 63 and look fabulous from a photo that I have seen of her, I think. But feeling fabulous for sure. Always on the scene. Grand Rising, Natalie. And of course, every live, we have a giveaway today. So whomever is on the live, which means you have to be actively on the live. And I actually literally count the comments. The person with the most comments will win a $25 gift card to the guest speaker's website. So we're going to share all the things that she has to offer. And when we share all the things that she has to offer, then you will be able to go to her website. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show it right now. Let's take a look at her website. And her website is the very first comment that you see at the top of the comments. So our weight loss coach has some great items. She also has a how to lose belly fat freebie on her website. There is a 28-day meal plan, alkaline recipes on her site, a workout plan. You can schedule a strategy call, how to lose weight naturally and live life fully. And she also has a 90-day weight loss program. So these are the items. So with the $50 gift card, honey, you can pretty much get everything on here and be good to go. So whoever makes the most comments on this live today will receive a $50 gift card to our weight loss coach website. So make sure you go ahead and share, get everybody in. Let's have a good time this morning as we talk about this awesome, awesome, awesome topic. Again, when you tap in, let me see some tools in the chat. Let me know that you are here. When you tap in, let's see some tools in the chat. Thank you, Natalie. Absolutely. All right. So let me tell you why this topic is so dear to me. One thing I like and love about myself is my transparency. Because a lot of times when we go through things, other people are going through the same thing. So it inspires me to be a good coach and motivate you because I only teach and guide through experience. So although in this lifestyle, when I first started, I think it was back in 2014, and I learned about the effects of starch. And I read a book called Wheat Belly, right? So when I read that book and learned about starch, then that's when I started a weight loss journey. Now, as I digged into that topic a little bit more, then I came across Dr. Sebi's mythology and then adapted the alkaline lifestyle. So as you can see, when I started this journey, and I'm only 5'4", mind you, I was about 320 pounds. As you can see that picture right in the middle at 5'4" at 320 pounds. And when I began in the alkaline journey, I went down to my lowest was 212, I think, yeah, 212 pounds. So this was like the best time of my life, the healthiest that I had been. And even in this picture, I'm over 40 years old. I think I may have been maybe 42, 43 at the time, which is the picture further to the right in the car. And so this is my prime moment. I felt really, really good. And then I opened the restaurant, stress levels went up, cortisol levels went up. It was kind of awful. And after closing the restaurant, it took a mental capacity for me as well. So I needed time to recharge. And when I came off of the alkaline diet and started eating regular vegan food, which included those starches and the chemicals that's in a lot of our vegan foods that are not alkaline, it started to put a lot of that weight back on, and it resulted to what you see today. And so at the end of last year, I said to myself, there was a call and like, get back to the best version of myself, get back to my natural state of being. So that picture where you saw me at 212, that was me at my natural state of being. So our target today in 2025 is to help myself and many other people that are dealing with the same thing to help us get back to our natural state of being. But the prime thing about it is I can teach you from experience in my low 40s, never experienced menopause, and I'm in my low 40s. I never really thought about how age affects weight loss. So I'm dealing with that, and it's a little different this time, you know. So hey, I'm here to get all the information that I need, doing my own studies as well, retaking my herbs more consistently, and now back on the journey to get back to my natural state of being. So, guys, without further ado, I definitely want to bring forth one of our experts, Miss Tamara Latimore, who has some great, great information with us to experience what she also has experienced. What I love about her story is she's going to teach you what she has done for herself. So her tool is teaching from her own experience. And that's the best way to teach somebody. I mean, how a lot of people, how could you guide someone into something that you've never really done before? And how can you give judgment on something that you never experienced before? So I just love what she does. I found her on Instagram. She's a part of the Eat More Electric, which is coming to us next week. And I just really, really, really love her spirit. And I'm excited to bring her to the stage so that way she can give us her expertise in weight loss. Hi, Coach.
Hi, hi. How you doing?
I am wonderful. How are you doing?
Hey, I am feeling great. Glad to be here.
Absolutely. So, Coach, let's first start off with just telling us about you, how you got started in the journey. Just give us some information about yourself.
Okay, okay. Well, I say starting in my early 30s is when I really started having health issues and dealing with my weight. I was obese. I had issues with my heart. I had issues with my back. I had issues with my gut, you know. And so, I was going the traditional route, going to the doctor, getting on all these medications, which they were telling me that I pretty much was going to have to be on those medications for the rest of my life. So, but I realized in 2021 that we can heal ourselves and we don't have to be on those medications. And that's when I actually started my journey to the alkaline lifestyle. When I initially started, it was because of constipation. I was constipated all the time. I was bloated, uncomfortable in my clothes. So I decided to do a 30-day herbal detox. And it was during that detox that I found Dr. Sadie. And I was following his nutritional guide while I was doing my detox because I was like, if I'm going to be cleansing my body, trying to get rid of all the toxins and the waste in my body, I don't want to be eating a bunch of junk because, that defeats the purpose of doing the detox. So I followed Dr. Sadie's nutritional guide and I was able to lose weight and I started feeling better. I was having regular bowel movements. And so I was like, initially it was for 30 days. But after the 30 days, I was just like, you know what? Let me see how long I can go, eating this way. And I never turned back. I'm happy to say I never turned back because of the way that I was feeling, and the results that I was getting. Because now in my 50s, I feel better than I did in my 30s, and I was able to get off all the prescription medications that I was taking. As I was going back to my doctor, she was just like, oh, I can take you off of this. You no longer need this. And then I was just like, well, I wish I would have known all this in the beginning. Maybe that would have motivated me, earlier to actually start addressing my health, So, and it's been a journey, definitely been a journey because, majority of my family and friends, they still eat the standard American diet, the sad diet. So when I'm out with them, it's like I'm pretty much the only person that's eating the alkaline diet. So, sometimes you can feel alone that way. But I tell you what, I went from a size 16 to a size 8, and have been able to maintain it by eating the alkaline diet.
Absolutely. That's beautiful. And the key word is she's been able to maintain it through the alkaline diet. So once you are in an alkaline state and your body is in alkaline state, your mind is in alkaline state, it is very easy to maintain when you remain in that state. It's just that when you veer off and you go to these non-alkaline vegan foods, then this is what you could face is some weight gain when you're going through stresses in life, and you have cortisol issues, and then the age could play a part, which
Mhm.
actually could bring some of that weight back in. So, what is your expertise with fasting? Because here in the group, we're on a 21-day fast.
Mhm.
How is fasting, related to weight loss as well?
Because during fasting, you're able to give your body that digestive rest. And then while your body is resting, it can be healing itself. Because a lot of times we are overweight because we have health issues, and then your body can't heal those issues because we're always eating, and eating takes up a lot of energy. So when you're eating like 3, 4 meals a day, your body's spending all that energy trying to digest food, so it can't actually heal your body. So when we go on a fast, it gives your body that time to start healing, start addressing whatever issues you got going on. And a lot of times our issues are in our gut. So, we want to heal the gut. A lot of times we heal the gut and we get our hormones and everything balanced, we're able to lose the weight. And like you were saying before with the stress, a lot of times stress is the main reason why our body won't release the fat, because it causes us to have the cortisol, issues with the cortisol cause us to be inflamed, our bodies to be inflamed, and just lead to a lot of other health issues. So fasting is real good. I'm proud of you all on day 11 that y'all you made it to day 11 because that's awesome. And for me, I do intermittent fasting where I usually start I break my fast after 12 p.m. and then I try to stop eating by 8. Sometimes I struggle with that, based on my schedule, but it's good. The more that you're not eating and your body's able to rest, it can work on healing you.
Absolutely. Very, very good. Thank you so much for that. And it's definitely true because even for me right now, I have not gotten on the scale for a good reason because I don't want to pay attention to those numbers. But I definitely feel the difference in my clothes size. I feel some differences in um, um, my ring size. So there's definitely some differences. I feel much lighter, even more. And I also feel like I'm coming back into that natural state of being. So that same feeling that I had when I was in my natural state is those same emotions and feelings that's coming back to me each day of this fast. So it has been a very beautiful experience. So now, Coach, I'm going to stop talking and give you the floor here because you specialize with women over 35 when it comes to menopause and our age and the challenges of weight loss. So I'm going to give the floor over to you and you give us your expertise. Tell us a little bit about your challenge that you have, your recipes that you do. Give us the best guidance that we need to know in regards to getting rid of that stubborn belly fat at this age and just give it to us.
Okay, great, great. Well, to start off with, I always recommend that you start off with a herbal detox whenever you're trying to lose weight and go on a health journey. Because for me, it's not just about losing the weight, it's about healing your body. So I want you to focus on what I need to do to heal. And to start off, you need to fall in love with yourself. A lot of times we put ourselves on the back burner, especially if you're 35 or older. We're always taking care of others, making sure everybody else is good. But now it's time to start addressing your needs, making your health a priority. And I would start with a herbal detox. And like I said, I started with a 30-day herbal detox because you want to cleanse all the toxins, the waste, and the yeast out your body. Because a lot of times the yeast is the parasites is what's causing those different cravings. When you're craving for sugar, when you're craving for the salt. Because for me, it was sugar. I was addicted to sugar. But after I did my 30-day detox and cleansed out some of those parasites, I no longer had that craving for sugar. And I also found two healthy swaps. Instead of eating the processed sugar, I just started eating, like dates, fruit, so you can eat the natural sugars. And also during the detox, like I said earlier, you want to make sure that you're feeding your body nutrient dense foods. And so that's why following Dr. Sabi's nutritional guide is good because you're going to be feeding your body nutrient the nutrients that it needs. Because a lot of times we are hungry because we're not actually feeding our body nutrients. We're just feeding our body food, but our body needs nutrients. So when you give the body the nutrients it needs, then you can thrive, your body can heal, you can lose the weight. And I also focus on rejuvenation. And doing rejuvenation, I consider weight training because you want to start strengthening up your muscles. And if you start weight training, then you're able to build muscles and you can lose the weight because building muscles, you lose weight faster than when you're doing a whole bunch of cardio. So that's why I recommend that you get with a coach, even if it's not me, but you get with a coach to help you on this journey because you're going to need that support and somebody that knows what they're doing to help you, to help guide you because everybody's different and everybody's weight issue is different. The reason why you can't lose weight. So you want to address what's holding you back, what's causing your body to store the fat, And I have a alkaline recipe book, and it also includes a 28-day meal plan. And if you follow that, that definitely will help you. I have a 28-day workout guide that gives you workouts that you can do at home or at the gym. And it also it has a guide in there to tell you like what body parts to work on, like on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You might work your upper body Tuesday and Thursdays. You may work your lower body, and then you have your rest days in there, like Saturday and Sunday. You may rest, or you may choose to rest, throughout the middle of the week. But you definitely want to have some type of strategy when you're trying to lose weight. You just don't want to go in and just be just doing something. You need to have some type of strategy in order to get good results. And you also need to change your mindset around dieting, because if you think about dieting, that's only temporary. I mean, you're going in for a short period of time to, like, say you say, I'm gonna diet for 20 days or 30 days, and you may lose, 10 or 15 pounds, but 9 times out of 10, you end up gaining that weight back because you have the dieting mindset. So you want to get out of the dieting mindset and actually start thinking about changing your lifestyle. And that's the main reason I wrote my first book, How to Lose Weight Naturally and Live Life Fully, because it's all about changing your lifestyle, picking up good, healthy habits. And once you start doing that, it's just like losing weight and maintaining it is natural. You don't have to think about it because that's the lifestyle that you actually live in. And so, like I said, I have a bunch of resources on my site, and I'm here. I mean, if you follow me on IG, Weight Loss Coach Tamara, I'm always giving out gems on how to lose weight and keep it off. So, I mean, if you have any questions, let's see, do you have any seated exercises for someone with disabilities? Yes, I definitely can help you with that. And like I said, because a lot of the workouts you can do at home too, and it just requires you to have some dumbbells or resistance bands. And if you don't have that, you can use like can jars or water bottles. So I definitely could help you on exercises that you can do if you have disabilities.
For those individuals that have a busy schedule
Mhm.
and an issue with being consistent, what do you recommend?
Plan. You got to plan it out. So you got to plan your day, and you got to develop some type of routine. Once you get a routine in, it makes it a whole lot easier. Just like now we know we have to get up. Well, most people we get up, brush our teeth, wash our face.
Yeah.
You got to work out. So you got to put it in your schedule. And you have to plan your meals, because a lot of times when we don't plan our meals, that's when we end up eating a lot of processed foods, fast foods. So it's all about planning. Planning is the key to being consistent.
That's very true. So when I first started in the journey, what I would do, because with cooking alkaline food, everything is made from scratch. I
Yeah.
mean, from even the ingredients that you need to prepare the dish
Hmm.
is made from scratch.
Right.
And when you have a busy schedule, you're dealing with a busy family and so on and so forth, which Alkaline Vegan Mommy was absolutely phenomenal with giving that busy mom, that busy family, easy ways and easy meals to prepare.
Hmm.
She was really, really good. She's still really good at that.
Yeah.
So her videos are still out there at
Right.
Alkaline Vegan Mommy on YouTube. But what I would do is I would go to the market on Saturday,
Hmm.
and then on Sunday I would cook like a pot of quinoa and go ahead and prepare, my veggies and put them in Tupperware bowls and store it in the refrigerator. So that way, these are the items that I would be eating for the week.
Yes.
Right? So she's so accurate about making sure that you plan what you're going to eat and have it prepared, because when you have a busy schedule, you're hungry, you got to eat. And if
Hmm.
it's not prepared already, or if it's not readily available for you, you're going to just go ahead and grab something quick, grab whatever you can, and you'll revert back to what you normally are used to. And a lot of those items are items that, will put weight on and
Hmm.
will cause the body to go into a non-natural state.
Right.
Natalie say, I was always told that you have to do cardio, and if you don't sweat, you're not going to lose weight.
Yes, sweating is definitely important, because sweating helps get rid of the toxins. And like I said, your body holds those toxins in fat. It stores the toxins in fat. So you definitely want to sweat. But as we age, strength training is more important than doing cardio, because like I say, When you build muscles, muscles burn fat faster than doing cardio. You still want to do some cardio, like if you want to warm up with cardio, cool down with your cardio or take walks. It's good to like walk after your meals, get little cardio in, but definitely strength training. Because a lot of times, especially women, we don't focus on strength training. We do focus on cardio. We spend a lot of our time, walking on the treadmill or on the elliptical. But we really need to start doing some type of strength training because you want to build those muscles up. And then too, when you just focus on cardio, a lot of times you lose muscles and you lose the fat, but you're also losing your muscles. But when you're strength training, you started toning up your body and you develop that shape that you want, because you just don't want to lose weight and just be skinny. You want to have a nice shape. So the strength training also helps with that. You actually see you start toning up your body. And that's why in my program, I have the ladies where they don't focus on the scale. Like you were saying earlier, that you notice your weight loss in your clothes, your inches, and on your ring, your finger, So you don't rely on the scale, because when you're strength training, you're gonna be building muscles. So you may not see it on the scale because you're building muscle, but you're healthy, and that's the goal. The goal is not just to lose weight, but to be healthy, and that's why I always say, I help women lose weight naturally and create a healthy body from the inside out. And that's using Dr. Sebi's methodology of an alkaline lifestyle. Like I said, it's just not all about the food that we eat, but the lifestyle that we live. And for me, living an alkaline lifestyle is all about getting back in touch with nature, being in alignment with nature. We need to get back outside. We need to get the sun. And that's very important that we get the sun, because the sun helps us too. Because when you're vitamin D deficient, it causes your body to store fat. You can't lose weight. So you definitely need to get the sun. You need to get outside. You need to ground, walk outside in the grass, barefooted. Just getting back in touch with nature. That'll help you too with your stress. Finding ways to manage your stress so that way your body can release the fat.
Absolutely. So we're just going to take a 10-second break and come back and answer any other questions that anyone has and talk a little bit more about this weight loss journey and close things out. So just give us a moment. All right, very well. So, I am so glad you kind of re-mentioned and re-advised about the strength training, because when I first started in this journey and started my exercise, well, first let me back up. When you have been dealing with weight issues for so long, you think that you just have to jump right into the gym. When
Right.
I first started, I did not jump right into the gym. I
Mhm.
had to work on food consumption first.
Okay.
You have to work on the addiction to food,
Mhm.
the addiction to the starch, the addiction to the fountain drinks. All
Right.
right, the addiction to the sugar, because the addiction to sugar is the worst addiction there
Mhm.
is. I mean, when you can get over the addiction of food, then that means that's how you know you can get over and come through anything else.
Right.
So you have to work through those addictions, which is in your mind, and get your mindset right first. And
Right.
I slowly transition myself. I mean, it took you 35, 40 years to get where you are. It's not going to resolve itself in just 6 months or 90 days and so on and so forth. But the little bit that you do at a time will progress, and then eventually you'll start seeing those results. So
Mhm.
what I did is I would take my plate and make a pie chart on my plate, where I had 80% of alkaline food, and then 20% of whatever it is that I wanted to eat, or whatever it is that I felt that I was addicted to, but still trying to limit it,
Oh.
right? So I went through my transition very slowly in that manner.
Mhm.
So, and I also was the type of person at the time, I did not like drinking water. I mean,
Oh.
water was just like not my thing. So I would force myself to drink 2 glasses of water today, and then 2 days later, take it up to 3, and 2 days later, take it up to 4. And then when I start drinking alkaline water, spring alkaline water, then my
Okay.
body started craving the water. So I drink more water and more water at the time. So
Mm-hmm.
after I did that for about 6 months, just mentally getting into myself and being mindful of what I'm eating and how much of it I'm eating, then is when I learned of Dr. Sebi and the herbs.
Mm-hmm.
So at that time, in sea moss.
Yes.
So at that time, I start adding the herbs and I start adding the sea moss. And when I start adding the herbs and the sea moss, I start doing a lot of studies on minerals.
Mm-hmm.
So all our lives, the doctors have been telling us about vitamins, vitamins,
Right.
vitamins. We need this vitamin, we need this. But our body is made of iron, phosphorus, chromium, and things of this nature. So I learned that I wasn't getting the necessary minerals in the foods that I was eating to
Mm-hmm.
be able to serve and suffice my body. So when I started drinking the herbs, the herbal teas, as well as the sea moss, my body began to fuel itself with the necessary minerals. And then my energy went so high that I had to go exercise just to get myself to a level.
Okay. And see, I
So,
was different. I'm the type of person, and that's why I say everybody's journey is different because you got to know yourself and know what's good for you. Because for
right.
me, I couldn't continue to eat the same foods that I was eating before that I craved and that I was addicted to because it was going to be harder for me to break away. I had to do like a clean breakaway. I had to just stop eating them. And that's why I say with the detoxing helped me with that because it like reset my taste buds, my palate, so that I no longer crave those sugary foods. Because, like I said, I was addicted to sugar. I thought I had to have a dessert or something sweet every time I ate a meal. It's just like the meal is not complete unless I had some type of sweetness to go along with it. So for me, I had to make it like a clean break from those foods. And two, like I said, with falling in love with yourself, because once I started falling in love with myself, it's like I didn't want to put anything in my body that would harm me. And when I started learning about all those different foods, especially sugar, and what it does to the body, then it was like, no, I can't eat that. I got to find a healthier alternative to it. And you got to think about your body like it's an expensive car. Like sometimes we go out there and we spend all that money on expensive cars, and then the car may call for supreme gas. That 93 gas. You're not gonna go put regular 87 gas in a car that the manufacturer said you need 93 premium gas in. So you got to think about your body the same way. Our body is our temple. We only have one. So you want to put premium foods in there. You don't want to put the junk, the processed foods and stuff in there. You want to feed your body what it needs, and it needs nutrients. Like you said, we need the minerals and stuff. So, and you got to think about, why am I eating this food? What's the purpose of you eating food? The purpose of you eating food is to fuel your body and to give it the nutrients that it needs, not just food. And that's why all calories are not counted equally. Because before, when I used to be on my weight loss journey, I used to count calories, to help me lose weight. So a lot of times I used to buy those Weight Watchers meals and stuff just so I can help track my calories and stuff. But that's why that stuff is not long term. It's only short term weight loss because it's not something that you're gonna do, the rest of your life. It's just like a short term thing to do. So, but when you start eating nutrient dense foods, real food, then you'll be able to lose the weight naturally, and you won't have to eat as much. So you don't even need to count calories because you're giving the body the nutrients and stuff it needs, and you won't have all that cravings or hunger pains. Because a lot of times too, when we think we're hungry, we are dehydrated. Because you get off, the body gives those same signals, and you're thinking, oh, I need to eat something, but no, you really need to drink something. So I always recommend that you start your morning off with some warm spring water. And I usually boil some fresh ginger to get my warm spring water and just add some key lime juice to it. And that'll help you, right, wake up your digestive system. It helps get rid of mucus out your body, and it also helps with weight loss. So start your day off with that, with some warm ginger, spring water with fresh ginger and key limes. And if you don't have the fresh ginger, you can just use the warm spring water and some key lime juice.
That's beautiful advice. Beautiful advice. So, Sakina says, how do you detox when you have a family who's not on the same page?
For me, it's still you got to think about yourself. I know some people they cook separate meals. They'll cook a meal for themselves while they're on their journey, and then they'll cook up, the meal for their family. But for me, and I guess too, it's easier for me because by the time I started, my daughter had went off to college. But now it's just like I just definitely only cook one meal. So a lot of times, if you fix the meals, like you say, following Alkaline Vegan Mommy, she got a lot of good simple meals on there. Just try to start slowly feeding them those foods. Don't tell them what it is. Just cook it and give it to them. Because a lot of times, when they hear what it is, they don't want to eat it. But if they just go ahead and eat it, not knowing, a lot of times you can't really tell the difference. Like oyster mushrooms really do taste like chicken. It's all about the way you season it. And you seasoning your foods with the natural herbs, and because even with like meat, you wouldn't eat meat without the seasoning. It would be nasty, right? So it's all about the way you season your foods. So I would start just trying to find meals that they like, that they would enjoy eating. Because you just got to test them out. Yeah. They can supplement
Yep,
and yeah.
definitely. You could give them what they want,
Mm-hmm.
and then maybe even like how I was just explaining where I started, where you have a pie chart on the plate, where
Mm-hmm.
you give them 80% of unhealthy options, some of what you prepare for yourself, and then 20% of whatever it is that they want. So that way they have a balance of both. They're tasting something that you cook that's on their plate. Oh, let me try it. Because if it's in front of them, then they
Mm-hmm.
may be more than willing to try it. I
Right.
mean, that's how I am. I mean, if I prepare it and it's in here, he gonna drink it, he gonna eat it because it's here and because it's in his face. And
Right.
then that way, where you're eating the majority of your food or you're drinking your tea, and then you have what's available for them, but make it available for them, that could also be beneficial, just to bridge it into the rest of the family. And if
Mm-hmm.
they're absolutely not interested in it, your life is your life and you're living it. You
Right.
love it, family, yes, and your family loves you.
Mm-hmm.
But the only person that can live your life is you.
Right.
So, especially if you're dealing with an illness or if you have something going on inside, I mean, what happens if you're so ill to where you can't even prepare anything for your family?
Mm-hmm.
So, you have to keep yourself in a position or even healthy enough to be able to provide and be there for your family.
Right.
And by doing that, it's just taking a moment, even if it's just, 7 days a month or 3 days a month, or, maybe do 7 days and 3 weeks of fasting
Mm-hmm.
and 7 more days and 3 more days of fasting. Break it up in a way that's comfortable for you to be able to sustain yourself so that way you are there long enough to continue to provide and love on your family.
Yes, I totally agree. And even what today, today is a month, makes a month since my significant other passed away. He passed away on December the 11th. And he was he hadn't transitioned to an alkaline lifestyle, but he was slowly transitioning. He was eating healthier because when we first met, I was still eating the sad diet. It just like a few months after is when I made my transition. But I didn't push him into it. I just started feeding him the foods that I ate, but he still ate other foods too. And then he ended up having a stroke in November, at the end of November, and just to watch the way his body declined, after that stroke, it just what made me want to be more, just motivated me more to get out and talk to people about changing their diet. That you think you have time, but sometimes you don't. It's like we have to make our health a priority, and a lot of the diseases and the illnesses come from the foods that we eat. So it's like you got to make it a priority to start eating the foods that's gonna heal your body and fuel your body. You got to stop eating those acidic foods that causes mucus and causes disease. So, and like I said, it's just hard. It's hard because even like I said, when you go to family gatherings and everybody else eating, certain foods, and you're the only one eating, your own foods, but you get used to it, because you're doing it for you. You're doing it for your health.
Yes, Sakina, that is so true. When I would go out to events, especially if it's an event where you're going to someone home, always invite and bring a dish. Hey, I brought something, for everybody to try. I'm vegan, so I didn't know if you guys have anything that's vegan friendly, but and make enough to share. Because a lot of times people have, a thought about vegan foods being nasty or vegan foods being taste like grass.
Hmm.
But when you present it to them and they taste it for the first time, oh, I've never had any type of vegan food. Let me try it.
Right.
And then you could actually insight something into their subconscious mindset where they've tried vegan food and it was really good. So it inspires them to go even further. So yeah, always take a dish with you and take, what it is that you like with you. Take enough, a little small pan to share. So just in case people, that have never been vegan and now you have introduced veganism to that congregation of people, especially when you're dealing with the church. And then Natalie said, my oldest son is transitioning with his family. He's a cook. He lost a lot of weight in the past 3 months. And that happens.
Oh,
I
great.
mean, it happens because after I start drinking those herbs and exercising, especially with the exercise,
Hmm.
I mean, the weight just, it was like it was melting overnight.
Yes.
But at that time, I was doing a lot of cardio. I was doing a lot of cardio, a lot of, running and walking, and had got addicted to that.
Hmm.
But now that I'm much older and my body is different, um, I notice and have heard so many times. So it's something I'm definitely going to implement after this fast is doing weight training and focus on weight training and not the astringents of, the walking and well, I still can do some walking just to
Hmm.
get my energy level up, but
Yes.
not so much of the cardio and the eclipses and all that, but do some strength training because I've heard that several times. So I'm glad that you reiterated that. Is that when you get up in age, it's not about the regular exercise regimen. You got to get some dumbbells, start lifting those weights to build the muscle. So that's why a lot of our, aches and pains and joint pain and back pain and all that, we're feeling more of the pain because of the usage and the feel of our muscles are declining
Right.
as we get older. So we have to manually do things to bring our strength back up to par. And the weight training is what's most important for that.
Hmm.
Any last words?
Like you were saying, it's all about just your mindset, you know, that you why you want to lose weight. And that's why I always start my clients off with like why? What is the main reason you want to lose weight? And I think when you determine what your why is, that will help you along the way, to help you stay motivated when you don't feel like going to the gym or feel like working out, when you hang out with family and friends and they're eating a sad diet and help keep you from going back, eating a sad diet when you know your why, because it's not just about living. Because I know a lot of people always tell me, say, well, we always we're gonna die of something, so I'm gonna enjoy life.
Yeah, I hate I really hate when people say that. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna eat what I want to eat. So, but the thing is, we definitely we all gonna leave here one day, but we don't know when. So it's all about, to me, the quality of life, that you're gonna have while you're here. So, and that's determined by the lifestyle that you live and the foods that you eat. I don't want to live to be 80, 90 years old, but I can't do anything. I'm restricted to my bed. I can't move around. I can't do anything for myself. I'm taking all these medications. I don't want a life like that. I want a good quality of life. I want to be able to get out and do things. And so that's why I always tell people now, everybody be focused on now making money, creating that generational wealth. But it's like, what about generational health? Because you can have all that money, you have all the money in the world.
Yeah.
But if you don't have good health, that money's not going to do you any good. I bet if I told you, I give you $1 billion, but you're going to die in 3 days. So, do you still want that $1 billion, knowing that you're going to die in 3 days? And $1 billion don't look as good if you're going to end up dying in 3 days. So, I think life is more important, health is more important. So we just need to start focusing on generational health, and I think it starts with us. And then, if you have, your friends, your family members, if you have like kids, your grandkids, you start slowly introducing them to it. So then it becomes the norm for them. And then they raise their kids up on it. And I think that's what's most important. We just need to stop, worrying so much about making money, but worry more about taking care of our health so that we can be here for our family and friends. Like I said, and do it for yourself. Do it for yourself.
Absolutely. Well, this has been beautiful. So tell us how to reach you. How can we find you? How can people, maybe schedule and look into your 90-day plan and so on and so forth?
Okay. Well, like I said, I'm weight loss coach Tamara on Instagram, also on Facebook and TikTok, but I do majority of my posting on Instagram, and on my you can reach me at the stand store that's listed here now, and also on my profile. You can also, if you go to my page, the links will be on my profile on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
Beautiful, beautiful. Any last words?
Um, don't put your health off. You know what I'm saying? Don't put your health off. Like I said, with my friend that just passed, he was a personal trainer, and so he took care of his body physically. So he was good at that. He was in the gym every day, working out. He had no problem with that. Like I said, he was eating better. He was transitioning, but he was taking his time with it. So for me, I just don't want you to run out of time. Make your health a priority now. Don't run out of time, you know. And like I said, get the support that you need too. If you feel like you can't do it alone, definitely get with a coach. Get with somebody that can support you along the way, because it is a journey. And just think about it, it's a journey without a final destination. So it's not nothing that you're gonna rush through. You're gonna be on this journey the rest of your life. So enjoy it.
Beautiful, beautiful. So, guys, that wraps up our series number 5. Is this 5? Yeah, number 5 with our weight loss. I hope this information has definitely been helpful for all of you. Again, don't forget to share. We are on YouTube as well, so don't forget to share the video so that way others can get some great insight on how weight is affecting us, especially at this age, and the easier way to definitely transition. So our next live will be, I think, and I forgot to do the flyer. Here I go. So our next live will be Monday at 8 p.m. We're going to hear from Dr. Truth from Eat More Electric. She's also an Alkaline coach, and she has this really, really dope jogging suit. Oh God, but from Dr. Sevi
Yes, I have.
here. So you know her.
She's part of I'm part of that team. We all on the same team.
Okay,
Hmm.
good. So she's going to be with us Monday at 8 p.m. Guys, enjoy your day 11. I am so, so happy that we are here. I guess we can start our countdown, and let's make it happen. Enjoy your day 11. Let's continue, and we'll see you again Monday at 8 p.m. I'm going to count up these comments later on tonight, let you know who is the winner to get a $50 gift card to Dr. Tamara Latimore's website. And with that, you can pretty much take advantage of a lot of her benefits. And she also has a free belly fat pamphlet ebook on her website. So click the link in the comments to get to her website and get your free copy. Love you guys. Happy day 11, and we'll see you Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time.